All right, we're on. Welcome to Show of Hands Hangout number something. I lost track, and this is the best I had. Sorry. Um, we have one more user coming on at some point, maybe. Um, so we'll look out for him. But in the meantime, I'll have everyone introduce yourselves, um, even though most of you are familiar by now. But introduce yourself, just your name, who you are, or what you want us to call you, who you are on the app, and uh, generally where you're from. Start with Aylin.
I'm Aylin over here. I'm that white lady with the blue background there. Um, there's
Blue?
hey. So I'm Aylin on the app. I'm born and raised Alexandria, Virginia, just outside of DC.
Hooch, you're up.
All right. I'm Crazy Hooch on the app. Sometimes my name comes up on here. I don't really know what you want to call me, but I'm from Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm Mama Pumba on the app. I'm from Michigan as well. You can call me Mama today.
That doesn't feel right.
Kyle, especially, I want you to...
If Firefly starts calling you Mama, that's a little awkward.
Well, yeah, but Kyle can call me Mommy, and everybody else calls me Mama.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm totally fine if someone makes baby jokes about someone else in here.
You're up, by the way.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm username here on the app, and I'm from New Jersey, like near New York-ish, kinda.
Wow.
Isn't all of New Jersey near New York?
Ooh.
No, only the parts that people care about.
Oh.
I mean, there's the redneckish parts down south, but they're all Eagles fans, so I hate them.
And what do you want to be called on here?
Kevin.
Okay. And Kyle, you're up.
I'm Kyle. I am Mr. Lucchese on the app, and I was born in Bethel, Connecticut. Well, technically Denver. I moved to Middletown when my mom got remarried, and now I live in Guilderland, New York, and I'm going to school in Albany.
All right, and then on the app, I'm Firefly5. I'm whatever. My first name is harder than that, so whatever you want, but my first name's Guyton.
Jeez, have a Brita picture.
Yeah. Getting ready for the debate. All right, so I've got a couple quick this or that questions for you. And I'll start with Aylin. Well, you're on the left on my screen, so that's where you are.
I have to think first? God.
Dine in or takeout?
Oh, dine in.
Car or subway?
Oh, car, because I like to drive.
And oceans or mountains?
Oceans.
Or mountains?
Yeah, ocean definitely.
Hooch, I will skip that question. Well, it was cat or dog.
What's your dog's name?
This is Molly.
Hey, Molly.
She's desperate for attention all day because the weather was not so sunny here. So she's
like me.
She's kind of a princess. She doesn't like to go out in the rain.
Hooch, burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers.
Underwater or in the air?
In the air.
And Batman or Superman?
Batman.
That was quick.
Yeah. Well, Superman's got a lot of like insecurities and things like that. desperate for attention. Plus, he was kind of conflicted about. Like, I remember there was a I think there was a series where he gave Batman a kryptonite ring.
I
Just
bet
in
they made a
case.
lovely couple though.
Yeah.
Let's see, 3 questions. Ketchup or mustard?
Mustard. Stop it.
Julie. um, Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
France or Italy?
I don't know. I don't care. Also, as a disclaimer, I am really tired, so I'll go Italy.
Drinking.
She can turn a marathon.
I wish I had been, but
Oh,
I
that's
have.
right.
I'm going to Italy. Maybe I'm Italy.
Alright. And because you'll have an answer, for a stove, do you want gas or electric?
Seriously, gas. Gas. Electric is just wrong.
Right.
Kevin, sunrise or sunset?
Sunset. Easy.
Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip is like sweetish.
It's more vinegary, honey.
I
It
like
pieces.
Miracle Whip.
So I
I
hit
don't know. Maybe, I don't know. My family always gets like the cheap knockoff kinds. We're buying a different thing. I
Miracle
don't know.
Whip.
I'm gonna go with
Actually, Miracle
my
Whip.
family's
That's pretty impressive.
So.
And book or movie?
Book.
Kyle, movie or TV?
Movie.
Um, dog or cat?
Dog.
And
See, they're not that bad, Kyle. Even though they get more love than you.
Thanks.
Aww.
I'll ask you France or Italy also.
Italy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's what I have for this or that questions. I've got some extra would you rather, so I'll try not to do all of these because it's a lot. But
How long was the show last time? Like 2 hours?
yeah, we went way over. Kyle, I'll start with you. This question's for everyone, but you can answer first. Would you rather go about your normal day naked, or have your sleep interrupted every 90 minutes for the next 10 years?
Wow. Sleep interrupted because if I did my normal routine naked, I'd get arrested.
And then your sleep would definitely be interrupted.
Oh.
Kevin, same question.
I'm gonna go with sleep, because although the cynical side of me says that the naked one would teach me to get in shape, I'm not gonna trust that because it would also get me arrested. So I'll go with sleep, because I already pretty much have that anyway.
Mama.
I'm gonna go with sleep as well. Yeah.
Hooch, I can see you waiting to say you'll be naked. There's a big grin.
If that's the case, then he's required to be on the next Google Hangouts for like the next year.
All right, but I just won't have the video feed. I don't know. I like sleep, so why not naked?
Just make sure it's on a day that you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a loophole I should have thought.
Like if it's tomorrow, I'd be okay with it.
Oh, wait. Time out. It's not naked for the next 10 years. It's just one day being
One
naked.
day.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm naked. I'm naked.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
wondering
like,
why
I-
nobody was picking naked.
Yeah, I would just wait until like a Saturday or Sunday when I'm just doing nothing but sitting and doing nothing, and then I would just sleep all day. Problem
Uninterested.
solved. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm changing my answer to naked.
Yeah,
Way
me
to
too.
go, Mama.
Aylin?
Yeah, I'll go with naked now. I was definitely going with the sleep before, but yeah, I wouldn't mind being naked for a day as long as I got company.
Uh-huh.
And I can totally work from home. I don't even have to go out.
We just need a babysitter.
Get your kids a little therapy. And
No, we've got friends that would watch the kids for a day.
Yeah, Corey.
Corey's already been naked.
He's got
Hey, you
different-
guys don't trust me with your kids.
Should we?
Yes,
Can't
you
blame
should.
them.
Can't you see I have one right here that's bothering me?
Kyle looked concerned.
I don't know. You chose a couple episodes ago that you'd rather not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin. So, um, would you rather forget who you are or forget who everyone else is? And I'll start with Kevin on this one.
Forget who I am. Because if I forget who everyone else is, it'll be really weird and really painful. Like, are you my mother? I don't know, I look like you, I'm not sure. Or like, like walking into like a nursing home and everyone in there knows more than you do. Like, that would suck.
Aylin?
I think I'd rather not know who I am because I figured I can be around people who are close to me who can remind me of who I am. And I'll just have to trust them.
Yeah.
Yep. What Aylin said.
Kyle?
I'd forget who I am because then I can recreate myself, I guess. Yeah, but if you're forgetting who you are you forgetting everything you know?
No, I don't think so. Just your own identity.
Okay. Then yeah.
Hooch?
I don't know. There are some people that I would like to forget who they are, but I think I would rather forget who I was because I don't know, it might be interesting trying to figure it out.
I don't know, I would totally trust people around me to tell me that I was someone who is better than I actually am. Just like self-improvement through someone else.
I don't know if I could trust the people around me to do that.
I don't know. Molly might let you know.
I would do it. If someone forgot who they was, I'm not going to say anything bad because they're either going to annoy me or like if I tell them they're a serial killer, they're going to kill me next or something. Like,
Well, I mean, if you're gonna trust the people around you to tell you who you are, just stay off the app for a couple days. You'll be completely convinced that yeah, all sorts of things.
Do you know who I am? Yes, no. Discuss.
Would you rather, Julie? I'll just start with you. Only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Whisper. We're not very loud people.
I know, we're really bad. Aylin, whisper or shout?
Yeah, whisper definitely.
Hooch?
Doubt. I think it would be hilarious. I cannot control the level of my voice.
Well, you can control your diction. You don't have to sound like a robot.
Yeah, but it's more fun that way.
Okay.
Kyle?
Whisper.
Kevin?
I would go with whisper because it'd be more of a challenge for me because I'm a loud person. So
You are?
I actually am, yeah.
Oh.
When I actually
I
get
didn't-
talking, I'm very, very loud.
Huh. I'm very quiet.
what you're hearing right now is me trying to teach myself to be quieter. So.
This is me trying to be loud enough so that the microphone picks me up.
Hmm.
Um, would you rather have to say everything that's on your mind or never be able to speak again? And I'll start with Kevin on this one, just for that face.
I'll go with never speak again. I'd be dead within a week if I had to say everything on my mind.
Aylin, how about you?
You know, I tend to be a pretty positive person, so I think I will go with speak in my mind because I think not being able to express myself, I think that would be worse than anything I
You just
might.
express yourself, but think
Like
about
read, like I tried to
Daydream.
say read and write, and it just turned into one word. Just like write something or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
think
Have like a
about what goes through
Stephen
your
Hawking
head.
computer that makes you talk.
I thought for sure you would go with that speaking, Aylin.
Ah,
I think Kyle thought so too.
No.
no, maybe I would at least give it a try. That would be my goal. I'd at least give it a try to, yeah, just speak my mind. But I definitely would get myself into trouble.
How about you, Kyle?
Um,
Kyle knows too
Again.
much. There's no way we can let him speak his mind.
yeah, well, between that and the fact that I would, again, probably end up in prison, um, I'll go with never talking again.
Julie?
I don't know. I
Would you rather be silent or pregnant? I mean,
What?
not always say exactly what's on your mind.
it reminds me of that House episode where it's about, I think it's called the social contract, and he's got something in his brain and he says everything, and a lot of it's actually really hurtful or inappropriate, and I don't think that maybe I am. Maybe I'm super inappropriate. I just know how to keep my mouth shut. Ooh. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, and hope the kids aren't listening always.
I'd have to wonder if that, like, if we did that as a poll, if there would be a big gender difference, because women just tend to use so many more words, and I'd be interested to know how that would fall on gender lines.
That would be an interesting one.
So what am I typing?
Would you rather have to say everything on your mind, or have to say everything that crosses your mind, or never speak again?
Is it never speak or never communicate?
Never speak.
Because sign language, American Sign Language, is the third most common language in the U.S. So, I mean, never speak again, it doesn't mean you can't communicate. So,
That's true.
and plus, sometimes if you're saying what you're thinking, sometimes what you're thinking isn't what you actually believe. You can have thoughts that aren't things that you're actually believing, it's just something that goes through your mind. It's a pathway.
That's true. So are you never speaking then?
I would choose not speaking.
I'll go ahead and say everything on my mind.
I was gonna say, honey, we would have a difficult time in our choices of careers currently if we could not speak. Although today during my lessons, it's probably a good thing that I didn't say everything that was on my mind.
Would you rather have one wish granted today or 3 wishes granted 10 years from now, and you're not allowed to wish for wishes?
Damn it!
I know. I know. You're up first, though. Kyle.
3 wishes in 10 years, so it'll be 30. Yeah.
Kevin?
He muted himself.
You are.
I'm muted.
Kevin is.
Uh, the invaders have happened.
Julie, you're up.
I think I would go 10 years from now. That's what Lucy would know. That's what Dude called relay datification.
Yeah. Yeah. So our kids, our 5-year-old understands the idea of delayed gratification, and not only that, but actually communicates it as such. It's fun. Ooch.
That's it.
What was the question again?
You get 1 wish granted today, or 3 wishes granted 10 years from now. But you're not allowed to wish 3 wishes.
3 wishes 10 years from now.
Lynn?
Yeah.
Oh, because what? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I think that's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of an easy choice. Right now, I am in such a, changing state that a wish wouldn't be something that I could actually enjoy. It'd just probably be something to get me on the straight and narrow. So.
Lynn, how about you?
I'll take the 3 wishes 10 years from now because I figured I'm 37 now, so I can, I've still got all kinds of time to make things happen on my own. So if 10 years from now, I'll be 47, and not that I'm going to be, on death's door or anything at that age, but I'll have less time, and I'll be
wish to be 25.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take the 3 wishes 10 years from now.
Cool.
What about you?
I think I could do 3 wishes 10 years from now. I think right now I'd have to be really careful about how to use 1 wish. So, yeah, I could wait 10 years. Although I'd mark it on my...
Does that mean that once you make that choice that we get 10 years to think about? Do we know ahead of time?
You know ahead of time that 10 years from this moment, you get 3 wishes granted.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, definitely. If I've got 10 years to think about my 3 wishes, oh, yeah.
It only took me 10 years, but I came to a decision.
Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk like him for the rest of your life? Hooch, you're up first.
If I'm going to fight him, I'm going to end up talking like him anyway, so I might as well just talk like him.
The original one was, would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk like him forever? But I think immortality with the voice of Mike Tyson might be worse than most things you can come up with.
Oh, that would be fantastic. You could always just, pull a Stephen Hawking and speak through a computer.
That'd be really convenient.
Yeah.
Julie, what do you think?
Well, seeing how I picked that I was going to speak everything in my mind earlier, I don't think I could handle speaking my mind in the Mike Tyson voice.
I would, honestly, Julie, I would love to see you speaking like Mike Tyson.
How long do I have to fight him?
So one of you is knocked out.
15 rounds.
Oh.
It wouldn't take long to appear knocked out.
I know,
I think
right?
I can establish knocked out pretty quickly.
I think that if I could pretend to run away and run into a pole in the ring and fall over, I think I could do that.
I think if you get knocked out of the ring, it's over.
You jump out.
Kyle, how about you?
You're
You're in a cage match with Mike Tyson, or you talk like him forever.
I was going to say street, but okay.
I was saying cage because you can't run away.
Yeah.
Cage.
Fight with Mike Tyson. I do too much public speaking to sound like him.
Well, I do have a question. Is this like Mike Tyson in his prime or Mike Tyson right? I mean, it's not like it's a big difference. It still is. Huh? Yeah, it's not like it's gonna make that much of a difference. But then again, like if I'm gonna fight Mike Tyson in his prime, I'm probably gonna die. So, like, I mean, fighting him now, you'd have a chance of living.
I think the last time that anyone would have had a good, that any normal person would have had a good chance at beating him, it was probably about 8. How about you, Aylin?
I'm afraid I've got a small head, so I would.
Small target. Keep it moving. Keep it
I
moving.
have a small head, so I'm afraid that I don't think my head could handle that impact. So I think he'd probably kill me with one punch. So, yeah, I think as much as I as much as I text and work through emails and stuff, I think I could manage. I think I could manage to go with his voice, but I might not survive the fight. And it's 2 rounds. Oh my gosh, no way.
That would be a new one for someone's list. My biggest turnoff: Mike Tyson's voice on my girlfriend.
I mean, if you have Mike Tyson's voice, you better go into boxing anyways, because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll fight Mike Tyson. I agree with you completely. I mean, realistically, one reasonable punch is probably going to do enough damage for me to be able to justify staying down. Assuming I've got a choice at it. Would you rather?
It's not like a fight to the death. I'm okay with that.
Right.
You have to be. If you can't stand up, they tie you to one of the poles, and you have to stay in there for the 15 rounds.
Now, I have a question for Julie. Julie, would you rather see Firefly in that fight with Mike Tyson, or would you rather have to listen to him talk like Mike Tyson for the next 10 years?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
If I know that he would not die, he better be fighting. If I knew that there was not going to be some long-lasting damaging effect, I think he could handle himself long enough for me not to have to hear him talk like Mike Tyson.
I'm pretty good at talking people into things. I think I could convince him to just hit me once and let me be.
Or just pretend to hit you. You can make it like the WWE
Ghost punch.
I would tell him I would cook food for him for the rest of his life if he left me alone.
Perfect. Would you rather drown or be buried alive?
Oh, God.
Oh.
I know. And you're first.
Drown. It's over faster.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's over faster. And I'm assuming if you're buried alive, either you're in a box, which I'm super claustrophobic about, or the weight, I feel like, of it pushing down on you, because you'd have to be deep enough, which would be, no good. No good. It just, I'm drowning.
Are you drowning or being buried alive?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it. All I saw was you look up and there was no sound. I would. I'd drown. I don't know.
Really?
It's really
go
a
ahead.
crapshoot either way. It's not like I'm afraid of being buried alive or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I guess if I drowned, at least I could be swimming and not be trapped in a box. Stop it.
Aylin, how about you?
I think pretty much everything that Julie said. I'm not a claustrophobic person, but I think being buried alive would just be awful, and I think it would be a much quicker death if you're drowning.
How about you, Kyle?
I would rather be buried alive while I'm drowning.
What?
No, I'm just.
So is that drowning in mud?
No. I guess drowning just because you'd pass out faster. With if you're buried alive, you have the oxygen that's in wherever you are. Also, if you're just like thrown in a hole, in that case, that's
That would be rough.
But if I'm going to be drowning, it better be like some really dramatic mafia scene. That too. Stuff like that.
I took care of him.
Yeah. Or made into a movie. Purvis won't get off the stage where there's obviously enough room for two people.
No, I agree with you. I'd rather drown. For sure, drown. Buried alive is something that I don't want to even spend time thinking about. Would you rather be able to hear any conversation or be able to take back anything you say and, legitimately take back? Start with Hooch if he is unmuted.
What if someone yells no takesy backsies?
I know, that's...
What
I
did he
would say
say?
you still can.
What did he say?
No takesy backsies.
What did he say?
If someone yells no takes the backseats. Hooch.
I've seen that look so many times, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I forgot the question. It's take anything, hear any conversation, or not be able. Was it take anything back?
Or you can either hear any conversation you choose, or be able to take back anything that you say. This is one where there's not like both of these choices are awful. This is like,
Yeah.
these are okay.
Do you have a choice in the conversations you hear, or do you just hear everybody's conversations?
Nope, any, not every.
But you can only hear conversations. You can't hear like what people are thinking.
Right.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
And if you take back something, is it just like
Nobody
completely
knows
never
you
said
never said
before?
it. Right.
I'd take back anything, because then you could say things, take it back if it didn't work, or if you didn't get the response you wanted to. You could keep trying. But if you were just listening to other people's conversations, I mean, it's not like, some conversations you don't want to listen to, and if you hear them, you can't take that back. You can't like unhear a conversation. So I don't know. I would be willing to take anything back and sacrifice not hearing every conversation.
How about you, Kyle?
Come back to me. I have no idea.
Okay. Julie?
I feel like I don't say a lot of things that I don't mean to. So I don't know. I guess I would listen in on people's conversations.
Eileen?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
If I can hear any conversation, can I go back in history and listen to those conversations?
Nope.
Darn. Okay.
But if you have that ability, I would imagine you'd start writing things down.
Yeah.
Did you turn off your video?
What?
You turn off your video.
No, I don't know how to use my phone. It keeps doing things. Is it better now? Things keep happening, and I try to make them go away.
You
and
pretend like you don't know things, but you know things.
That's how I operate. And my camera's on backwards too now. I don't know what happened. Okay,
Hit the
anyway.
camera thing again.
You're good. We can see you.
Yeah, but I think it's backwards, honey.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's like anyways, whatever. Okay, Kyle. So what are you doing?
Wait, Aylin never answered.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did. Didn't she?
Kinda, not really.
Kinda. You asked a
Um,
question, but didn't answer right.
I asked a question. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like Julie, but I don't say a lot of things that I don't mean, but I do regret some things that I say, or I'll think, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said this instead. So I guess I'll go with that because I think if I heard people's conversations, I would hear more that I wanted to, and I would just get disappointed with people. So.
Julie, did you get a haircut?
No.
Oh,
Well, I got a haircut like 2 weeks ago. Why?
It looks different. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, I was thinking the same thing. It looks really short.
Oh, I got it cut 2 weeks ago for the wedding, but you guys have seen it since then. Ouch, I'm so old. It hurts. It hurts to move.
Kyle, you're up. Are you?
I would say listen in on conversations because it would have. Well, do I have to be within a certain proximity, or can I just do I have to be within a proximity to which I would hear them normally, or
Oh,
or I can just chill here and listen to what we're about to say?
yeah.
Okay.
If you know the conversation's
It
going
would
on,
have a lot of instrumental value. Like I could hold the United States government hostage.
you totally could. If you knew a conversation was going on, you could step in on it.
So I probably shouldn't have said that on a recorded
I know,
broadcast.
I was gonna say, they're coming after you, Kyle.
If they were coming after me, they'd have other stuff come after me. But
Let's say I think everyone knows quite well that this is our secret plan here to take over the world. Um, we thought we'd air it because it's more fun this way. No, I'd want to hear I'd want to hear conversations at will. Also, that I could be held too accountable for. I'm fairly careful about what I say, almost to the point where it's a problem. But that's okay. A couple discussion questions. One from Find Fire. Both of those are Y's instead of I's. You are given a book that contains your entire life story from birth to death. Would you sneak a peek at your future? And
Is she answering? I can't hear anything.
Oh, you guys cut out. Is it my turn?
okay, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, everyone cut out for a second.
Yeah, I heard the question. Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, no, I don't think I would want to take a peek. I think I would self-obsess over it. So, no, I wouldn't want to see it.
Hooch?
I would see it. I've actually thought about this before. I would definitely sneak a peek. I don't know. I feel like if I knew, even if I just knew like the day when I was gonna die, I would do so many things differently. As long as it didn't affect it, like as long as it's not like one of those things where seeing it changes it. But
Yeah, but could you operate then unchanged after you already knew?
I don't
well,
think
as long as I knew the day, I would still live it up until that day.
It sounds
I'd
like you're
probably
changing
be-
your plan.
Yeah. Like if you know that date, then it changes you.
Like if I knew that that day was never gonna change no matter what I did, I would probably do things a lot differently.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Now, granted, I don't know if that means that if I were to do those things that I'd be ending up in a bed hooked up to, life support for 20 years. Probably not though, because I would probably have something in there that said do not do that.
Julie, you're up.
Does this book have like a glossary in it? Like, can I look up specific? For the most part, I don't think I really care. But I think there are certain things that I would maybe be more interested in. You know what I mean? Like, you give me the book and say, hey, you got 5 minutes to find out what you need to know or not, you know? Or do you just kind of,
You can read it, but it takes a lifetime to read.
oh, stop. Um, I don't. I think I would take a peek. I'd take a peeksies, especially if there's a glossary and I could figure out exactly what I wanted to know.
Kyle?
Um, can we not alter anything that's in it? Like, I hate the presupposed idea that everything is already written out. I think it would kind of like ruin the purpose of life because I guess I mean most of us at least right now think that we're living our lives and that our decisions have some effect on our future. But I guess if I knew the book already existed and I knew what was in it, I just had to choose whether or not to read it, that I would.
I think I can't read it. I think honestly, if I look at it, then I'm definitely in like a predetermination sort of setup.
Yeah, but I mean,
look at
if
it
it's already written and you know it's written.
Mhm. So I guess it's if, in that sense, if the illusion of free will is preferable to not having the illusion of free will, and I think I like the idea of feeling like I'm making decisions at least. I think it would mess with my head too much, and things mess with my head as it is. So I think about everything probably too much. So on that note, one from Just Bob,
Oh no.
and this is, well, whatever. As opposed to imagined, are you positive that every person you see is real? Um, start with Hooch.
Am I positive? I guess within my own mindset, I am, because otherwise, like, I'd be wondering if every person's real every day. But is it actually something that I believe that every person is real? No. I mean, it's there's. I mean, you can you can create a lot of things in your mind, and that's like, I mean, you got schizophrenia and paranoid delusions. You got, there's so many ways for things to seem as if they're real that never actually be there. So, am I positive? On a day-to-day basis, I like to not think about it, so I would say that I assume that things are real. But do I believe that every person that I see and everything that I come in contact with, it is and has always been real? I don't know. Maybe not. Could be not real. So I'm not absolutely positive.
Kyle?
No, I'm not. I think that it's easier to make the assumption that everything is real, just for all of our own sanity, whether or not that's the case. I would not say confidently. Me?
Julie?
Yes.
Are you sure about that right now? Because I'm pretty sure you're hallucinating something.
Yes, I think that they're real. Yeah.
Aileen?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with them being real, just because my brain hurts to think of anything else.
No, I totally am not in any way positive. Um, I actually made a comment at Bob for this poll because it bothered me. Um, and I think I have scenarios that play out in my head from time to time, like if I go into work and there are two people that I've interacted with both of them and I've seen them interact with each other, but I've never really seen them interact with anyone else. Um, that yes, it pops into my head like, it's possible that these two people exist only in my head, and I'm not completely convinced. So no, I'm not positive, but it doesn't bother me. If they're not real, they're not real, and I'm talking to myself and whatever, but it doesn't really bother me. But it's like in that movie A Beautiful Mind. Has everyone seen that?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, never mind. Um, so Childish asks, do you
It's a
think?
true story.
Yeah. Um,
His son actually deals with schizophrenia as well.
I'll have to check it out.
that's a good one. Um, Childish asks, do you think you would get along well with someone that had the exact same personality as you? And Aylin, you're first on this one.
Well, I guess Kyle knows me pretty well. I'm gonna say no. I think I would just annoy myself after a while.
Hooch.
If this was 5 years ago, even, I would say no. But I think a lot of my friends have the same personality that I do. I'm not trying to lump you guys in with that, but I don't want you to be stuck with my personality. But I do think that my personality is kind of one of, give and take, and I think I would enjoy being friends with myself. I like me.
Julie?
How often do I have to see this person?
Just would you get along well with them?
Yeah, I get along well with most. Pretty tolerant.
I mean, you're with yourself all day anyways.
Yeah, and sometimes I should just go back to bed. I think I would.
How about you, Kyle?
Yes, maybe.
That would be the most understanding friend ever.
That's what I mean. Like, I think I'm the only person that actually understands me. At least, yeah. In general, I would say that's the case. But I'd probably be too expensive for myself. Like, I couldn't hang out with me. Like, I have a hard time spending time with myself now.
What about you, honey?
I don't think so. The exact same personality as myself, probably not. Um,
Too much smartness for one room.
no, come on. I think Julie has a personality that, in a lot of ways, is very similar to mine. But there aren't really any people that I spend any amount of time with that I would say have a personality that's even close to exactly like mine, and I think that's probably because I wouldn't want to spend much time around them. I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm fairly introverted. I think I'd have kind of a hard time with that.
You're selectively introverted.
I'm selectively introverted. I'll give you that.
An omnivore. It's a
Okay.
real thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
An omnivore is essentially just an introvert plus extrovert. So, you damn it! I'm posting a link.
Um,
Alright.
Light. There was a user named Light with a capital L once upon a time who I haven't seen in quite a while, but regardless, asks, can you think of some examples of non-religious things that are inherently good or inherently bad? Non-religious I added in because that's just going to be something that if you feel that way, then you will, but can you think of some examples of things that are inherently good or inherently bad?
And in other words, ambivert, by the way.
No. Excellent.
Just saying.
Yes, that makes sense. Omni, Andy. If there are only two choices.
Whatever. Anyway, sorry.
I just
No,
like
you're
that
good.
you looked it up.
Shut up.
So Kyle, think of some. Can you think of some
No.
things that are inherently good or bad?
No.
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 Well, he said he didn't believe in good and evil last week.
Yeah.
Well, I said he didn't believe in evil last week. I guess there could be.
Good being the same thing. Cole and I have pretty similar philosophies in this area, at least.
I can say I can't imagine it's on everything, but
No. It's a bit too free-markety for me.
yeah, me too. Julie.
I kind of think that hate isn't also great. No matter how you, I mean, there are, different levels and severities and stuff. Like you say, I hate doing my laundry, which isn't really affecting a whole lot other than the fact that you might have dirty clothes and then be smelly and not have any friends. But then there's, the people that go out of the way to make other people feel unwelcomed or, things of that nature, which is more severe. And I think that no matter what your motives are, to be a hateful person isn't good. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's bad because it causes other things. Like, it causes other issues. It's not bad in itself. Like, you can be an evil person, but if it didn't affect anyone else, it wouldn't matter.
Well, yeah, there's that. But most people who are angry
I mean,
enough
that-
or
that
hateful
would
enough
be
about
instrumental.
something do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
I
mean.
was a
But
bad
if
person, bad that never does bad things.
But if something is bad in itself, it's like
Is that a kid?
means that just possessing this quality makes you a bad person, or that you don't need to do anything with it in order to be considered bad. Like, for something to be intrinsically good or bad, it means that in and of itself it is good, or in and of itself it is bad. If something is instrumentally good or bad, it means that whatever you can do with it or whatever is done as a result of it is good or bad.
What do you think, Gooch?
I don't know. I kind of think about what we were talking about last week. It's one of those things that good and bad is kind of measured after the fact, and it's something. It's kind of a quality that you apply to something after an action's already completed.
We've spent, by the way, like a good amount of time over the last week thinking about that whole. Is it the result or the motives that makes something?
Right.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's just I don't know. I think it's one of those. I think it's a question that's not gonna be answered. Like it's when you're talking about things that are like a measurement type of aspect, it's so hard to just say that one thing is good, one thing is bad, because you can always switch things around in a way, you know? Like, there's some ways of looking at things that are bad as good. Not all things, don't get me wrong. I don't want to sit here and have political debates or anything like that, or
You kind of do.
or like religious debates or things along those lines, because that those are people's belief systems, and it's not really a debate, it's an argument. It's not something where you're actually going to be able to have one person go, yeah, you're right. So I think it's just one of those, it's a measurement. It's the qualities that you apply to it and how you see good and bad. So I think that for something to be inherently good or inherently bad is kind of hard to say, because it depends on the person who's standing last that says this was good, this was bad.
Well, there's a philosophy called the objective list theory.
The what?
And essentially, there's like a list of things that somebody or like a group of people said these things are intrinsically good, regardless of whether or not people agree. This is the list. If you do these things, it's good, and if you don't, bad. If you want to look more into it, that's just a brief overview. I don't
can't
agree
hear
with
you,
it.
Kyle.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people that can write out a list of things that are inherently good and inherently bad, so I don't know if there are things. If you can find someone that does know how to do that and actually just doesn't think they know how to do that, but actually can do that, then maybe I'm wrong.
How about you, Aylin?
I will say that chocolate is inherently good, and I will say that Canadian geese are inherently evil.
Yeah, I
That
don't
is-
think you need to explain
that's
that very much.
That's a philosophy to live by.
Yes.
All religion, those are the two rules to live by. Is it chocolate? Then it's good.
Right.
Is it Canadian geese? Then it's bad.
It's evil, yeah.
Evil,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think other than things like chocolate, it would be difficult to it'd be difficult to come up with too many things. But yeah, I think I agree. I think I would have a hard time saying that something like hate or um, the Westboro Baptist Church or something like that is not inherently evil. Um, and that doesn't really count as religious, does it? I mean, I know it has church right in the name, but it's, you know, Judas Priest has priest right in the name. I don't think that counts. Um, so I think there are things that are inherently good and evil, um, but it's something that I'd spend more time thinking about. Um, softball girl, softball girl 4 um, asks. So this will be our last one, and I think it's a good, really deep topic to end on. Um, what would be your dream sandwich if you could make it any way you wanted it? Start with Hooch.
Oh man, it's unattainable. I don't know. I'm gonna need years to think about this.
Like 10 years and 3 wishes?
Yeah. I think one of my 3 wishes would is to have the perfect sandwich. I don't know. Let's see. It can't be hard, like when you chew into it and you can't tear out a bite. Definitely has to have green pepper on it. Yeah.
You're already wrong.
Yeah, Julie, you can shake your head all you want. It's having green pepper on it. Green pepper, bacon. I don't know if I can take a bite into it and it's better than meth, then
I was like, careful now. Better than what?
Better
Because
than
there's.
that.
I was gonna say there's.
meth is 6 times the dopamine release of an orgasm. So
What?
Aylin's like, whoa, hold the phone.
yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Google
I
it.
don't need love. I just need meth.
So I don't know. I think it's.
Maybe that depends on how you're. Continue.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to imagine the perfect sandwich, and all I'm doing is imagining the best sandwiches I've ever had, the taste in my mouth, and it's so hard to just say what a perfect sandwich is. I love food. I'm a fat kid. Julie, you're going next.
What? Why?
Because you and I both share a passion for food.
Okay.
I know yours would have Parmesan cheese on it. That's all I know
Yeah.
for sure.
Right.
It's true.
All right, Julie. Yeah, you're up.
Okay. The first couple of ingredients that popped. Well, I think the perfect sandwich for me would have to be a good ratio between like the filling and whatever like breading or outside you wanted. It's got to have good texture because if it's all just kind of mush in there, then that's not doing it for me. So, the first couple things that popped into my head was like avocado and bacon. I really like things like salami and pastrami, but I don't think that would go well together with those other ingredients.
Capicola.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I kind of am leaning towards something more simple, you know what I mean? Like, maybe like turkey breast and bacon, avocado, tomato. I don't know. I kind of really love Jersey Giant subs right now, probably because they're so large, and I am a fat kid as well.
Thank you.
But like, if I could go for a sandwich, right there's a place where we live that makes the best banh mi that like I'm starting to salivate over here thinking about this banh mi. It's amazing. But
Is that good?
I don't know. I would just
It's
need
actually
something.
right by Hooch's place.
It is right by it's at Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
Um
I know. It's right
It's just-
down the road, and I have to like not walk by it every day.
oh, I wish that they were more efficient with their service so that we would go there more often, but I can't sit around for 3 hours with the kids while they make my sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Anyway, it's just got to have good texture, and I don't care what the fat content is. Whatever, the more the merrier. Bring it on. But I'm really loving the avocado bacon idea and some other stuff. I don't know. It's got to be
It's so-
good bread, you know.
This is a really hard question.
It is.
No.
This is like the hardest question ever.
It
Yeah,
is.
good
Any
and
question?
evil sandwich. That's
Hey.
what I'm talking about.
I thought this was a better one to end on than whatever it was 2 weeks ago, where the last question was like this sad, depressing something. I was like, I went through and specifically found a more lighthearted question. How about you, Aylin?
You know, I'm listening to you guys talk, and all it's doing is making me hungry. Gosh, I'm like, yeah.
This
My
is like Fireflies. Have you yawned yet today?
Yeah. Which I did not yawn, for the record.
Oh, good.
Right. Score.
Yeah, so this is making. I had a barbecue sandwich right before I got on this call, and so now that's seeming so much more lame than I thought it was. So, I love a really, really, really good, like juicy, dripping down your elbows burger.
Yeah.
Like
There's
super
there's a place
melty.
nearby us that makes one that the burger is great, but then they put what is it, sunny side up egg on top.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I had a burger a few months back that was a barbecued bison burger, and it was, yeah, that was pretty good, and it was, gosh, what was it? It was a huge bison patty, and then cheese on top of that, and bacon on top of that, and more cheese, and then it was covered with, like
Ooh.
those French fried onions, you know?
Yeah, yeah. See
Those are
texture.
Oh, it was so yeah, because that was like kind of crunchy, and then on top of all that, it had barbecue sauce.
Oh.
No. It was insane. It was ridiculous. It was so good. So, I would say something like that, or I don't know if you guys have these like in this area. We have a huge Hispanic population in this area, so there's a lot of Peruvian rotisserie chicken places around here, and they have these subs that you can buy, and they have like rotisserie chicken with like melty cheese and this secret Peruvian sauce that nobody will tell anybody else. Yeah, so one of those. But if I had to choose, I would take that burger, some kind of a burger with like melty gooiness, and yeah.
I think I have to add chorizo to it because it's just
Yeah.
got a really good flavor to it, the spice and
Yeah.
greasiness of it.
Yum.
Kyle, you're up.
Uh,
I know. You had lots of time to think about it.
yeah, but it's
Everyone
still
else.
not okay. Ayla knows that I don't pick favorites in pretty much anything.
It's not. And of all the things that you cannot ask him to pick a favorite on, it would be food.
It really is, which is
Are
I
you a
can
picky
name-
eater then?
no. I'm the exact, complete, and utter opposite. I will
Okay, good.
Do you enjoy food?
I do very, very much.
Kyle, if you find yourself in Michigan ever, we'll have you over for dinner. Julie's a fantastic cook, and it would be worth your while.
My mom's a chef, so
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll just have to, somehow show up in Michigan.
Absolutely. And if I find out that you ever were in Michigan and you didn't let me know, you just better watch yourself because we don't
He
hand
will
out
hunt you
dinner
down.
invitations just to anybody.
Okay.
They kind of got roped into inviting me to dinner.
And he stayed for a week.
I was going to say, he lived with us for a while.
Okay, so my cop-out answer is I have a list. A list of all my favorite types of foods and where I had them from all of my travels. So I'm going to do a top 10.
All right.
I'll start in New York because I live in New York and this is the most accessible place to me. Cat's pastrami from Cat's Deli. I don't know how to say some of these, so if you do, correct me. Grilled cheese at Papa Tien.
That's pronounced cheese, eh?
No, thank you. It's from London.
Zoom, zoom.
What is it about the cheese that makes it so great? I love grilled cheese. So why is it so great?
It has Monterey cheddar, onions, garlic, leeks,
Ooh, leek.
on sourdough.
Nice.
Yum.
Nice.
Franchonita. Like I said, I don't know how to say most of these. I just know that they were really, really good. That was actually from a buffet, and you had mentioned banh mi. So, fish banh mi at Banh Mi 11, which is in England, London, actually. Parapav at Nitin Patil. And I don't know. Do you guys like cheesesteaks?
Yeah. Hello.
What's not to like?
I don't know. Cheesesteaks are probably one of my favorite sandwiches, but from Pudge's Steak and Hoagies, which is in Philadelphia.
Do your cheesesteaks have the like pepper and something like there's peppers on there? Does yours have peppers on there? Like what are those peppers called, honey? Are there not pepperoncinis?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Pepper? Does yours come with that?
No, this was just cheese, mushrooms, onions, and the steak.
Perfect. Good, because those pepperoncinis, they ruin it. They ruin it.
I don't think I've ever had a cheesesteak with peppers in it.
Yeah, I think I got swindled. Anyways, sorry. Keep going with your list.
The shrimp po' boy at Parkway Bakery and Tavern in New Orleans.
Yes. Who wants to go to New Orleans and just eat their way through New Orleans with me?
They
Yes. Good. Okay,
Right.
it's settled. We're doing it.
just remind me before we go, so I'll just not eat the week before.
Okay. We're gonna have a show of hands vacation, and it's gonna be amazing.
I had my show of hands trip over the summer, so I can always go on another one.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, you did have it.
Yeah, I did. I had an East Coast tour.
But you didn't come by here.
You don't live in the East Coast.
I know.
Go all the way up there.
It's not that far.
All the way up
Pretty
there.
far. Like, I was going south. I went from here to North Carolina to Alabama to Virginia and back home.
We used to drive back and forth to New York with a baby in the car.
Okay, I'm surprised everyone made it back.
He was the best traveling baby you'd ever imagine.
Drove to Florida from Michigan. That was fun.
With the baby?
With 4 people on my soccer team and our sweaty soccer gear, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh. You're killing the food vibe. You're killing it with your sweaty feet.
Go back to the food.
Yeah. Okay, so shrimp po' boy, New Orleans. Next.
El Bocadillo at La Toqueria in Spain. Barcelona.
And where?
Barcelona.
Okay.
He's getting a little fancy pants for the rest of
I-
us.
No, they're all like street food.
Well, yeah, but it's in,
Yeah, in Barcelona.
Yeah, so it's still
There are streets.
There are streets.
Yes, and the streets are even more streety than here.
True story. There are streets.
Hey, where did Kevin go?
He
he locked
probably
down,
got mauled by a bear.
Most of an hour ago.
Well, I know that he left, but I didn't know did he have to go like because he.
His parents came in, so I'm assuming that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
He does that a lot. He just disappears. It's just like.
Okay, so do you have any other food places?
I have thousands on this list, but I'll just do one more. Semita de Milanesa. Milanesa. There you go.
There you go. Where's that at?
At Semitas Las Poblanitas. It's in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, but it has breaded pork, chili, cheese, avocado, and onion.
Mm.
Sounds good.
I'm so hungry now.
I know, and dinner just did not do it for me today. I was so disappointed.
We
I
should
have
do
yet to cook dinner.
we should do some kind of a thing on Show of Hands where we all pick a day and everybody goes to a different, like to a new place or tries a new dish and like reports back.
That'd be fun.
Can I just claim that I'm going to a new place and go to the place down the street every time?
No.
I went to this new place called Crow's Nest. Following week, I went to this place. It's called Crow's Nest. It's really good.
This one's called The Nest of the Crow.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, most restaurants are probably hours away from you.
It's not so bad. No, there's a handful of pretty decent places right nearby. But
How
then
far are you from Detroit?
uh,
2.5
it's
hours?
like a 2.5 hour drive.
Detroit's not even one of the best places to go if you're gonna get food, though.
Mm-mm.
No, I was just trying to get a reference.
We're
If you ever need a ride and you're at Metro or something. We hate driving to O'Hare. That was horrible this weekend. Horrible. Flying to Midway if you need a ride in Chicago.
I was
Horrible.
gonna say, how? Okay, because my significant other is up close to Davenport, and I was thinking if we ever drive that way, one of the routes we could take would be up close to like the Michigan border.
Davenport? What? Where's Davenport?
Iowa?
Oh.
Not Davenport, the school.
I was like, he's from Davenport, the school. Oh my gosh, it's like in a backyard. Alien, I'm going to see you so soon.
But how, like, where are you? Okay, like, you guys always talk about, like, Michigan being a hand. So where are you on the hand?
Here.
Keep
Here?
your hand, honey.
Okay.
We're very southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are distance-wise at the midpoint between Detroit and Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually a trail that has a sign pointing to Detroit, one way in Chicago, the other. It's the exact same mileage.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking if we ever drive over to his parents, one of the ways you can go is kind of following the links up there. And I thought, oh, well, depending on where you guys are,
It would not be
or
far
if we
out of the
fly
way.
into the airport. I think he usually flies into Chicago, though.
Mhm.
Maybe we could take a detour.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool.
If anyone wants to visit me in New York,
You know, we've been in New York enough times to where it's not outside of the realm of reason.
okay, good, because we have New York City. That's about all we got. And me. I mean, New York has New York City and me, so
Oh, absolutely.
Or
yeah.
could you?
And for that matter, Ithaca.
Ithaca.
I liked it. I thought Ithaca was a great town.
It was very pretty.
It's definitely better than Albany. Albany is a miserable city.
That's funny. Okay, honey,
Schenectady.
what's your favorite sandwich?
Oh, I mean, my favorite, as it stands, would probably be some form of a Reuben. I'm all about that. What's that?
I was going to say, don't even say peanut butter and Nutella.
No. No, some form of a Reuben I really enjoy. But as far as ideal, I don't know.
Better than Nutella, and that's more.
Started mentioning burgers with eggs on top.
Kyle doesn't seem sold on the egg on top.
No, I like egg. There's a place called Poppy's in Beacon. They have really good burgers. And one of them is an egg burger.
Mm.
And there's another place called the Hop that has pate, which is incredible.
Which is a what?
It's incredible. It
Oh.
comes with like a marmalade of something or another. It's good.
Somebody on the app was saying something about a burger with egg on it, and he was saying that the burger, like a burger with egg on it, is a Virginia thing, and I had never seen that before, like last week, because I was at a burger joint. So you guys are in different states, and you've seen the egg burger thing?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Most of the times they have like fried eggs, but some people put like in there all the gooey goodness spreads with love. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like spreads with love all over your burger.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Ugh.
not strictly Virginia. It's
Yeah, I'd never. They were like, yeah, they put eggs on their burgers in Virginia, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I've lived here my whole life, and I'd never seen that until this week. So I didn't think it was a Virginia thing either.
nope, not that I know of.
They do it all over the place.
Those egg burger whores. Oops, sorry, I don't know if I can say that.
No, you're right. Our youngest person left.
It is past prime time.
But I
Yeah, I
think
realized earlier that I'm the oldest person on this call right now. That's just really sad.
Does that matter?
Very sad.
Not sad. You're awesome.
Ugh.
But I think on the note of burger whores, I'm going to end the broadcast, and we'll see everyone. Or I guess if there's anything anyone wanted to say before signing off. All good?
Actually, well, I guess we could save it for next week.
All right.
All right.
Molly's trying to say goodbye.
Then we'll see everyone next week, and I'll hit stop.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.